Hi. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened with my computer, but I just had to kind of mess around with it. It was not YouTube. I had nothing plugged in. But welcome, everybody. Happy Saturday. Miss Chrissy, thank you very much. Miss Chrissy informed me that I didn't have any audio. I'm going to start frying some fish, and I'm going to make some, I have the Duncan Hines Decadent Classic Carrot Cake Mix. If you can say that 10 times fast, you'll get a reward. But it comes with a pouch of carrots and raisins that you have to soak. I'll show you that in just a moment. But right now, we're going to put our fish in here. And then I'll show you the few little things. I'm going to be a little bit careful. I'll show you the few things that I got from the Bi-Mart supermarket. Miss Chrissy, thank you so very much, honey. Something, when I unplugged the 808 speaker, it just was acting as though it was still plugged in. Thank you so much. And so basically, I'm frying some fish. I thought about having some chicken, but I was in a fish mood. I've been running around like a chicken with her head cut off. Basically, Mr. Tim needed to go to a few places, and you know how we help one another. He drives a big old truck, which burns a lot of gas, and I knew I had things to do. He had things to do, so I went over there, and he took care of my. I'll show you the nightstand drawers that had 2 holes in it for a handle. He plugged those holes up for me. I'll show that in just a little bit. Right now, I just want to concentrate on getting supper together. There is no way I can have carrot cake without the cream cheese frosting. I gotta have that. Gotta have the cream cheese frosting. Hi, Tanisha. Anyways, this fish, it's a tilapia, as you all know. I always fry tilapia fish. It's very thin, cooks really quickly, and I'm having a quick din-din. I'm gonna cook it quick. I'm cheating. This is one of our local supermarkets. It's called Bi-Mart. You have to buy a $5 card to become a member, and then you show the card every time you go into the store. What's nice about the store, it's fair in their prices, but sometimes they have unusual products that are pretty good. So I have the Idahoan potatoes, which they had just for 79 cents. And I think I'm going to make these loaded ones. I've got the water warmed up over there. But anyway, I got those. And just also the same potatoes, but we got the roasted garlic flavor, which I do enjoy. So let's just set that to the side. I picked up, I don't know why they call it this, but they call it a Wacky Mac. It's the veggie spirals. Let me turn it that way. The veggie spirals, but it's the Wacky Mac. I told you their products, there's some of the unusual names, but it's all good. And for a cheat night, we got some hot chili, which we can put over hot dogs, over a hamburger, or just have it plain, you know, with a little bit of extra cheese on top. To go along with the macaronis, I got the Rinaldi Alfredo. And just some cupcake thingies that I've been needing for quite some time. I'm not going to use them tonight with the 2 tiered cupcakes. And I'm like a big baby. This is corn, but it is the cream style corn, which I'm going to have on the side with the mashed potatoes, some cream corn, and some fish. I thought that would be a pretty good meal, kind of a stick to your tummy meal. Yeah, we both went into the store. He went his way and I went my way. I thought this would be interesting. It's a Southeastern Mills brand. It makes 2 cups. You just add water to it. It's a peppered gravy mix. A peppered gravy mix. That looked kind of yummy to me. I thought maybe I could just take a little bit out of here and mix it with the hot water and have a little bit of the gravy on top of the mashed potatoes. I thought that might be kind of interesting. Just something different. Y'all know I'm a foodie. Lisa Jones, hi. Oh, what's your son's name, Lisa? Hi, Debbie. He's 7. Oh, baby. Oh, my goodness gracious. Chrissy says, yum. Yeah, I was a little bit delayed at Timmy's because we had so much to do. And the naughty, besides those naughties, I usually put this stuff in the freezer. I love peppermint patties or any kind of mint patty. This is the brand that they had. It looked pretty good in there. You can see by my hands, which are ginormous, they're very big. There's 2 of them in there. One of my all-time favorites, it's the Ritter Sport. It's the milk chocolate with whole hazelnuts. Oh, this is very naughty. Oh. Evan, hi Evan, how you doing, honey? How's school going for you, honey? Thank you so much for wanting to watch Grandma in the videos. I'll be your adopted grandmama. I'll be the grandmama from YouTube. How about that? I just put these in the fridge, so I like them nice and cold. Ooh, child, I better keep an eye on this fish. Fish cooks rather quickly. And sometimes, let's be real, I'm just talking and talking and talking, and then it gets a little overcooked. Raindrops on roses, raindrops on roses. When I see that name, I think of the song, that one song that I played for y'all one night. I'm just trying to turn this over. But yes, a very quick meal. I could have stopped and probably picked up a burger or something like that, but no, grandma wants to cook something. This is looking pretty good. What I want to do is get it to where it's golden brown. I don't want it to overcook. And then let's hope and pray on the Dollar Tree can opener. Got a little pan back there. Trying to organize myself a bit better before I. Oh, come on, Dollar Tree. Come on. Work with me. Hold on. Let's scoot you down. Work with me. Come on. Oh, we're a quarter of the way there. I'm getting a workout. Sometimes their can openers work great, and sometimes they do not. Like right now, if I can get a corner of this thing open, I'll just kind of bend it back and pour the creamed corn into that small saucepan right there. But yeah, it was so much fun going into the Goodwill. Oh, I felt like a criminal. I was so scared that an employee was going to come and do one of these. Hey, lady, turn that off or get out of our store, you know? See, I finally figured out how all my other brothers and sisters on YouTube are doing it. You're taking that phone in there and saying, hey. They don't know if you're FaceTiming or if you're just talking to somebody on the phone or you're just trying to show somebody something in the store. So I don't know if they knew what I was doing, but I was very respectful. I didn't just, take the camera and go running around chasing people, You have to respect people's privacy. They're relaxed on their day off trying to shop, So we're just going to put our creamed corn in here. Yes, dear. No, we don't need the whole can, but I'm very naughty. I remember eating whole cans, taking cream corn and heating it up and putting salt and pepper and then putting chunks of ham in it and onion and garlic and making a corn chowder of sorts. And you can take any liquidy kind of vegetable like that and add meat to it and add green vegetables, and you can make a soup of sorts because you know that the cream corn is relatively flavored, Then if you want to add adobo to it, there's ways. There's ways to make soups and stuff like that on the cheap using a can of liquidy type vegetables as your base. I'm telling you. You say, well, geez, I got some leftover bacon. I got some leftover sausage, just any kind of meat. I'm just going to toss it in with the creamed corn and some veggies and a few of the spices I like, and there you go. If you don't have biscuits, get a couple of pieces of bread, put a little margarine or butter on it, and there's dinner, you know. You know, especially if you know you're sitting in there by yourself, you know. I think a lot of recipes were created accidentally through a person sitting there with a few ingredients and liking those 3 or 4 ingredients that they ate with different meals, and you put that all together and you can have a good meal. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Okay, now I just want to wait till the fish is done before I bring it to the table. We're gonna mix together the carrot cake. But what I can do right now is what it requires is that you take the carrot and raisin mixture that comes inside of the Duncan Hines. This is their Decadent brand of carrot, a classic carrot. And as you can see by the photograph, you see the chunks of carrot and raisins. It's because it comes in a separate, some of you may already know this, but it comes, got the little thing pre-cut there. And basically you put it into 2 cups of hot water and you let it sit. Let me be correct in the minutes that it sits. You empty the contents of the carrot and raisin pouch in a small bowl. I'm sorry, 1 1/4 cups, 1 1/4 cups of hot water. And you let it sit in there for 5 minutes. So I think we'll do that now. Do that right now. You know how it is when you're trying to time everything just right? Let me be very careful. We have our agua. And then you just pour this right in. Get that a little bit higher up, but you can see what that looks like. It's carrots and raisins in the packet. And you all know that when you have your raisins, when you're making oatmeal, you put your raisins in as your water is boiling, and the raisins plump up. So I guess that's the effect here. And you're supposed to leave it in there for about 5 minutes. And you don't get rid of the water. The water goes right into the mix when you fold it in. So we're going to put this over here and let that sit because the fish is almost done. And the mashed potatoes is just a matter of adding water to the mashed potato mix. Yes, I'm cheating tonight. You know, Timmy at the last minute was plugging up the holes to that drawer, the drawers I was telling you about. You know, the last thing that I spray painted white was that little nightstand that has no drawers. And so in addition to getting items that he needed for the work that he's doing at Ace Hardware, he picked up a long dowel, which basically a dowel is kind of a rounded off stick, and you can cut it to fit and plug it into certain woodworking projects where you have a hole and put wood glue around it and sand down. So I'll show you. I happen to have the drawers right here because I knew I'd be talking about it. This is the drawer, okay? This is plugged up right here. These 2 holes are plugged up, and there's a little rounded piece of wood in there now, and that's glue. And then he drilled a new hole in the center. If you turn it around, those 2 little white things there are pieces of tape because he had it sitting this way, and he put the glue in it, the little pieces of wood in it, and he didn't want the glue to drip out. So yeah, he did me a huge favor. He's got all kinds of tools. So when I get the pink glass handles I told you about that I'm going to use on the desk to replace the odd handles, we're going to put 1 handle on each one of these drawers so the desk and the little nightstand will match with the drawer pulls. There are ways, my friends. You will figure out ways. And I love him so much for helping me. He just texted me. He goes, "What are you doing? When is your next day off?" I'm like, "Today." And he's like, "Bi-Mart?" And then he goes, "Bi-Mart and those drawers?" I'm like, "Okay." You see how it goes where You know, he's trying to save on gas, and I need some help with that drilling. I don't have a drill. This is what I mean. We help each other. It's really nice. Okay, these look pretty. This looks pretty good. The last time they cooked, but to me they were overcooked. So I'm going to take this fish out right now. Let me see. I don't know why. This kind of a square plate. When someone was moving out where my son used to live, a lot of the things, a lot of the pans and plates you see here are from someone moving out, and they had their big square dumpster on wheels full of things. And you know me, what do? I dive in there like I'm in the Olympics trying to win a medal in diving. And there were all these odd plates and forks and spoons. And so, yeah, I fried quite a bit. I don't know if I can eat it all, but I guess tonight my eyes are bigger than my stomach. But here you have the fish, which is a nice golden brown, just right. And many of you know this already. When you're doing anything fried, if it requires salt, as soon as you get it out of that grease or whatever you're cooking in, just go ahead, if you are a salt person and you want to, oh, what am I doing? You can't see. I'm sorry. You go ahead and salt that up just a little bit on the top. Oh, let's put that in there. So now we have this complete. And I'm going to have to move this very carefully to the corner. This is not my usual pan I fry with. The pan I fry with still has sauce from the lasagna, which I need to get that pan out of the fridge. It was late at night. I'm staggering around, and I look over, go, oh my gosh, I left the sauce out. So I took the pan and I shoved it in the fridge with the top on it right quick. So we're going to turn this, this is the rear. Matter of fact, this is still hot, so why don't we just corner that pan and just put this on low so it'll just heat up slowly. Okay. Oh, I apologize. The last item I thought was interesting. It's called, I don't even know how you, SNO, Snoqualmie, Snoqualmie, Snoqualmie Falls Lodge. I'll just bring this up to the camera. And basically it's a pancake. It says old-fashioned pancake and waffle mix, and you just add water to it. Now, you know, I'm the Bisquick queen, but this just looked interesting to me. So my Bisquick is running really low, and I saw this. I forget, I think it might have been $4.99. It's a little bit more, but it's for 5 pounds. And I just found it to be very, very interesting. I love trying new products and bringing them to you and letting you know what I think. And I'll tell you the truth, if I make some pancakes, I'll make them on cam. If they don't come out good, you're going to see it for yourselves, you know? Now, I don't know if they have Snoqualmie in the state that you're in, but I don't know. I just found it kind of interesting. And believe it or not, it's been 35 years or more where you go into Bi-Mart. I told you pay $5 to become a member, and you just show the card and they let you in. Paper or plastic? Can you not believe this? It is September of 2018. And the cashier, would you like paper or plastic? I was like, paper, please. I remember that. And I had to do it. And Timmy's got his little paper sack, and I've got mine, and we're walking to the parking lot. I'm opening the car, we're putting stuff in. As I'm walking, I looked at him, I go, does it bring back memories? He's like, it sure does. I go, isn't that something? Isn't that something? Bi-Mart is it's an unusual store. Some of you may know Bi-Mart. You can get camping gear, you can get bed linens, curtains, makeup, earrings. It kind of reminds you of SS Kresge, or which kind of came before Kmart. Remember the all-in-one stores that had a little bit of everything? Oh, geez, I need something I need a sleeping bag. Okay, well, I need some earrings. Can you imagine that all in the same itty bitty little store? A prerequisite to Walmart, if you will, a miniature version of a Walmart, you know. And then here's what's interesting about the employees, they are part owners. Yes, they are. They are part owners of the store. And I really love the thought of that, you know, where they're getting a little extra something. I love supporting local stores and local businesses. Sometimes I will pay an extra 20 or 30 cents for an item in a store. You start to get to know the people behind the counter after a while, you know. And I've been here for almost 2 years now, or maybe 2 years now. All right, so basically in the mix, the carrot mix comes the mix itself and the carrot raisin pouch that I just showed you that you put into 1 1/4 cups of warm or hot water, I think it said. And you let that sit there for 5 minutes. And you know, I've been yapping for more than 5 minutes. So what we're gonna do is we gotta go to the 1960s and get our glass bowl, and I'll bring you over to the table. And let's see if we can put this thing together. Now, I tried this mix out more than a week ago, and it came out pretty good. So let's bring you over to the table. Now that the fish is cooked, and I apologize if I've missed the chat, but I just wanted to kind of explain everything that I was doing. What I can do right quick is, just give me a moment. Please be patient with me. Okay. I try to be as prepared as I can ahead of time. I think that would make the experience of watching a little bit better if I'm not fumbling so badly. Now, where did we put our, okay. Basically, I'm going to put the mashed potato mix in a bowl that you can see. I don't have a glass bowl, but don't cry for me, Argentina. Everything's coming together just fine. Trust me, it's coming together just fine. Thank you so very much, each and every one of you. There are 15 of you in here, and there are 2 thumbs in the up direction. Thank you so very much. Thank you for being so kind to me with that. So this is the Idahoan loaded mashed potato mix, and y'all know you basically add hot water to it. So I figured maybe you could see this a little bit clearer. And we're gonna go the opposite way. Yep, the opposite way. In other words, putting the mix in here. They're calling it loaded because it does have different bits. You can see it's not white. You can probably see the little bits of veggie in there that would make it a little bit more flavorful. And basically, I think you just add the 2 cups of hot water, and that's it. I need to move this milk. But with me, it's kind of like I'll pull my chair in a little bit. Basically, with me, I'll just add a little bit of water and stir it until it's the desired thickness that I like. Because some folks like soupy potatoes. They like their potatoes really, 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 really soupy. I do not. So we're going to play this by ear and get this mixed. Hold on, let's pour a little bit more water in there. Our fish is done. Our cream corn is warming on low. And then we're going to get this, try to get this carrot cake together. Basically, why am I making a 2-tiered cupcake along with a, I've got a square pan, and then these are greased and floured ahead of time. And you're saying, well, why aren't you just making a regular cupcake? Walmart used to have I call it a two-tiered cupcake. It was a carrot cake. And I may have showed them to you on camera before. They stopped making them. I went over there one day and that was it. They just stopped and they just stopped doing it. And I really, really love the flavor of that, you know? So I said to myself, I wanted carrot cake. So I'm looking at the carrot cake mixes in the store and I saw the loaded Decadent, the one that I just showed you. And I came home and I just had one square pan and I had a cupcake pan. So I went on ahead and just, you fill these 3/4 full, as most of you know, to do your cupcakes. And so I filled it up and I let them cool. Then I just kind of looked at it. Once they were fully cool, I got a sharp knife and I sliced that cupcake in half and I put the frosting on top of the bottom, right? The bottom half. I put the other half of the cupcake on there. And then I put the frosting and I made my own and they came out pretty good. They tasted really good anyways. They didn't look as pretty as the store. But yeah, I decided to try it for myself. Isn't that something? Oh, we might be to the limit with this. This is a pie pan, as y'all know. But I don't care. I'll use a plastic bowl. If the stuff is not hot, I'll use a plastic I can't think of what plastic clear Tupperware thing like I did the other day. Yeah, so basically I did some running around and I ended up in the Goodwill because Timmy had asked, because he has his truck, he was asking me about the headboard because he knew there was no way I could fit it in the car. So he, headboard, dresser drawer, drawers. He remembered everything that I had wanted to do, and then he just texted me. These are at the proper, not proper, this is kind of the consistency that I like, where it's kind of thick. And you can see, if I can bring a spoon before you, I don't know if you can see the coloring, the little specks of flavoring or coloring that's in there. That's why it's, as I said, they call it loaded, and you can just smell. Woo-hoo! So we'll set that on the stove. And I need to turn this burner off and stop playing around. Okay, let's get the box so we don't mess anything up. And I need to wipe that. I spilled a little bit. Let's wipe that up. There we go. And here is, I got to be so careful, but here is the mix, the carrot and raisin mix from the pouch. You do not discard that water. You keep the water. And I'm going to have to do this for a second. Give me a moment. And I have to do this right quick. Okay. Alrighty. So you've got your pouch there. I've got a what's going on with my table? Yeah, okay. The oven's preheated to 350 degrees. Grease the sides and bottoms and flour and empty the carrots. Okay, into a small bowl. Okay, well, we're not going to empty it into a small bowl. You know me. Okay. We did that. So it requires 1/4 cup of oil and 1 1/4 cups of hot water. 1 1/4 cups hot water. So let us try to be as close as possible. Can we open this without it flying all over the place? I better get a knife or something right quick. Yes, grandma is the queen of spillage. So let's get our cake mix in here. Ooh, that smells good. It reminds me of this time of year, it's like an allspice smell to it, scent to it. Decadent carrot cake. Let's get that all in there. And I've got some water over there. I don't want the water to boil, but I do want it hot, so I added more. And then you're supposed to mix in, yes, 3 eggs, if you can believe it. Boy, those chickens went through a lot of pain so I could have this cake. All right. Número uno, número dos, y número tres. Put our third egg in there. And then we require a cup and a quarter of hot water. All right. We'll do that. Hold on. Let me get a cup. Hope this cup is going to be all right, but oh well. We'll just do this right quick. It says a cup and a quarter. I'm just going to put the cup of water in there. And let's get the, where are you, honey? Where are you? There you are. Okay. And then the oil. Yes, I know I'm being naughty. I probably could have did a little bit better, but I just want to get it all together. Let me see. Hi, Lena. And I said hi to Debbie, I think. A-H. I was trying to pronounce it. Ahmos. Lisa Jones. Sandra Aguirre. Betsy Barker. Hi, Betsy. Covert Yankee. Where have you been? Oh, my gosh. You've been MIA. Or maybe you've been here and just didn't feel like talking. I don't know. But it's wonderful to see you all. Hold on, we gotta try to get this blended right. Yeah, that's all the water I need in that thing, in my opinion. We'll get this all mixed up as best we can. I did not use a hand mixer the last time, and I don't think it required, it just says to blend. Blend this, beat by hand, exactly, I thought so. Beat by hand until well blended, about 50 strokes. All right. I don't know how many I've done already, but we'll just guesstimate. And then here's the carrot mix. I just 1 second. Just a second. I just think there's too much water. Okay, I just poured off about 2 or 3 teaspoons. So now we'll put the carrot. It said to put the carrot mix in with the water. I took some of that water out, child. So there you have your carrot and raisin mixture, which they say to soak in water, I guess to soften or plump up. And then you're supposed to fold this in like this. I don't know, it looks kind of watery to me, but we'll just pray and hope. Smells really good. And of course, hold on, let's try to blend that a little better before I bring it to you. Well, they say fold, so I don't want to overbeat it. There we go. And as you can see, it's got all the carrots and everything in there, just like that. Like I said, to me, it's kind of watery. Even though, you know, they said to use all the carrot, use all of it. Maybe that's what makes it moist. I don't know. So we are going to, let's pour this. Forward. Come on, Miss Fab, get it together. You're supposed to pre-check all stuff before you turn the camera on. And we're gonna pour this in. Oh, that doesn't look bad. That looks pretty thick. Okay. All right. I think it's gonna be all right. Okay, we gotta hold some of that back because we gotta do our cupcakes. Hold on, we're gonna move this over. Bring our cupcake pan right here. And let's try to scoop some of these in. It says 3/4 full. I'm preaching to the choir for 99.9 of you. Y'all have done this a gazillion times yourselves. So let's see if we can do this without too much drippy. Hold on. Nope, got our first drip. Yeah, that's coming out pretty good. It looks pretty thick. Yeah, oh my gosh, you can see the, you know what? I probably should have bought some walnuts. Oh man, maybe next time. Maybe next time we'll put the walnuts in with it. But I know I'm dripping on the table, I'm dripping on the edge of the pan, but we'll be all right. That's what a sponge is for. That's what a cloth is for. So there's something about cooking live. It's just quite exciting to me. It's a lot of fun. But we got to be oh so careful. I don't want this to burn. Oh my gosh, I am the queen of cook it too long. Okay, right about there. I got a couple that look kind of over full, but that's okay. There's a minimal amount of shrinkage once it cools down a little bit, but I could think of nothing better to use than a ladle. I figured that would have, it would be deep enough to hold one whole cupcake's worth of mix. So here we go. The other thing that's kind of good, maybe not for all, besides the walnuts, is coconut. I am a coconut nut. I like coconut and chocolate chip cookies. I like a little bit of coconut and carrot cake. The other thing I want to make is I saw this recipe. It's a lemon coconut cake. That is my next challenge to myself, a lemon coconut cake. Gotta try it. I'm not sure if that's the one that has the lemon filling or not, but some you actually can get the Jello lemon pudding. And when your cake cools down, you're sort of slicing into it and putting that filling in the middle of it. And then you're frosting the entire thing. And then when you cut into it, it's got a lemon filling. And you sprinkle. Oh, child, I'm getting hungry just talking. All right. Okay, my friends. I'm just pulling out the whatchamacallit. Just bring it here for a moment, if you don't mind. Yeah, I'm sorry that everything's messy, but we's trying to cook. Just want to make sure you can see. Oh, there it is. I'm looking right at it. Okay. Basically, I kind of give it a little, the air bubbles out. Then we're going to go ahead and put this right in, and we're going to put the cupcake one in as well. Let's see. Okay. All right, there's that. Put our cupcake thingy in. Oop, don't want to get burned. And, hold on. Give me a second. The official time. Oh, I don't have the official time, but I know one thing. Let's do this. Kitchen timer, and then let's check the minutes on here. Okay, basically 2 8-inch, 32 to 34 minutes on the one, and the cupcakes is 20 to 25 minutes. So you know what we'll do? We'll put it on 20 minutes since that's the lowest amount of time for the cupcakes. So we'll do 20. And then, all right. How you doing, boo-boo? Just gathering up my drips. I don't know why I thought I needed milk. I did not. I think I thought I needed milk for the mashed potatoes, but no, because the mashed potatoes are the instant, And what I want to do right quick is this. I want to put some of these smash in. Well, actually, let me put all the smash in here. This only had water in it, this pan. I just want to heat it up a little bit. Yeah, the loaded smashed potato. Yeah, I mean, I had a few red potatoes left, but I was like, oh, I don't feel like peeling potatoes. And let us, where are you? Yes, I'm talking to inanimate objects again, looking for a top. Oh, guess what? There you go. But yeah, I'm very interested to see how that the waffle and biscuit mix, that different brand. I'm kind of interested to see how that's gonna be. But yeah, I like that that Bi-Mart store. And some of you weren't here earlier. I also have the roasted garlic. It was on sale for Normally these are like 99 cents, $1.39. Depends on where you are. But they were on sale for 79 cents a piece. So what I'm going to have right now that I've mixed together is the loaded. And then I picked up the roasted garlic as well. And we picked up the Francesco Rinaldi, the classic Alfredo again. And this is called Wacky Mac. Yes, indeed. It's the multicolored spiral. And I picked up some hot chili. Yes, I'm being naughty. I got some Insta Quick things this time around. And got the hot chili. I like it says, con carne and beans, with meat and beans. I don't know what kind of meat. If I start going boing, 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 I guess it's kangaroo meat, you know? Oh, that was terrible. I'm sorry. Did she just say kangaroo meat? Oh, she's an evil woman. How dare she? Okay, that's good enough. I just wanted to get a little bit of heat. Just a little bit of steam on them taters. Yeah, I might have cooked too much fish, but guess what you can have when you get hungry? You can go ahead and have a fish sandwich. Oh, you know what I almost forgot? We got to make the tartar. Oh, splattered a little on one of the pieces of fish. Let's get that. That's good enough. Make sure everything but the oven is turned off. And as you've seen me do, I don't know how many days ago. I'm facing, okay. Where is, yes. Your tartar is this combination right here. Sweet relish and mayonnaise. Oh, yes, indeed. I forgot if my son showed me this or I forget who showed me this. I said, geez, we had some fish and shrimp. This was so many years ago. Well, why don't you make your own? You got sweet relish. I'm like, yeah. You got mayonnaise? Yeah, mix it together. I'm like, really? Well, yeah, mix it together. And I think I use, I forgot if it's 1 part to 2 or 2 parts to 1. Basically, your mayonnaise is the base, so put a little dollop of mayonnaise down. And then add the relish as you like. You can kind of see it coming together. So we'll just get some of that. And then, let's see. Why do I do this? Because I like you to see it. You know, I want you to see. So basically, there's my fish. And so basically, you just kind of, I don't want to make too much noise. But you just go ahead and you blend that in. And make your tartar. And you can see it looks a little like it has more mayonnaise. It's mayonnaise heavy. So then I would go ahead and add just a little bit more of the relish to it to get the right ratio. Not too much mayonnaise, not too much relish. And then just mix it. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. But yeah. There's more of us. There's more Jane and John Does in this world than there are folks of a certain affluence, if you will. I thank you, Heavenly Father, for the food that you've given us. Please bless it to the nourishment of my body. In the name of Jesus Christ, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, we do pray and ask it. Amen. Amen. All right. Well, that's not hot enough for me. Hold on. Gotta crank that up a little bit. I put it on the cream corn on low on purpose as we were getting our little carrot cake and cupcakes together. So just a simple Saturday supper. You know, I'll rename that. Simple Saturday supper. Yeah. By the time it becomes a video, I'll switch the name up. I wanted to talk to you YouTubers about your what do they call that when you the little square that describes your video? You know how you look at a listing of videos and there's a thumbnail. There's a way to make a thumbnail. Let's say you got a thumbnail and you're like this. You're looking straight up crazy in your thumbnail. You know how they'll give you 3 choices? If you are a content creator here on YouTube, you look at the 3 and some of them look, straight up crazy because you're in the middle of talking and you're like this, sometimes you'll see in the beginning, you'll see one thumbnail. And then if you go back to the listing, you'll see a different picture because sometimes I don't like how the thumbnail looks. And I'll make my own. Nothing fancy. I'll show you how I do that. I've been wanting to tell you that since I started YouTube. I figured out how to do that, but you have to have your regular camera. You have to have your regular camera, and I'll show you something. Why don't I bring you into the living room, and then I'll show you how I do that, and I'll just show you. Let me stop running my yapper. Get supper and everything in here and keep my ear open for that timer. Thank you all so very much for coming in, even after you saw me yipping and yapping at the Goodwill, which was the best fun I've had in a long time. I'm not even lying. I told you I was kind of scared to do that, but you know what? You got to be brave and just go for it. If somebody tells me no and get out of the store on camera, guess what? They're going to tell me no and get out of the store on camera. It's not the end of the world, Or like we used to say back, I don't know when we started saying scared, instead of saying scared, we say scared. Something's like, don't be scared of those employees. Yeah, I thought some little old lady would come and just start kicking me in the hiney or something. Get out of my store! Oh my gosh. Oh. Let me see. Okay. I'm coming. I'm just trying to put all this stuff together right quick and get my drinky. Excuse me, boo-boo. Change of plans. I just realized you can see me better here. All right, with my fumbling stuff. One of these days, I am going to be an organized human being. One of these days, I will. But perhaps that's what you enjoy, is that I'm just a goofball and I'm just being real. Let's move it into here for a little bit, shall we? Y'all remember this? Yes, I did really get it. I'm going to call this Miss Fancy's cousin. Live from the Goodwill for $4.99. I'm going to have to look up what those words are on the very bottom of this. But yes, we did get it. And I'm trying to figure out a place to put this thing. Perhaps y'all can help me with that. But I sure did buy it. I'd like to thank some of my audience members. Some of my audience members have really blessed me And quite frankly, with their generosity, have been allowing me to live like a human being. Thank you so very much. I know that's not something that people can do all the time, but I am very grateful for your generosity and your love. Thank you so very, very much to each and every one of you that have done that. Thank you. Okay, here you have your fish. And I know that looks kind of yucky right there, but that's the that's the tartar sauce, and I throw the cream corn together with it with the mashed potatoes. It may not look that appetizing to most of you, but it's all going to the same place. So I don't know. Then we go back this way. Okay. All right. Well, let's give it a shot, my friends. Those loaded mashed potatoes. Oh my gosh. Oh, y'all don't know how tired I am. I've been running around crazy all day, but it's okay. There's just something about, you can taste the little itty bits and pieces of veggie in there. I don't want to drip. I hope I don't drip. Please don't drip, but there you have the taters. Or horse meat. Miss Fab! Miss Fab, how much weight how much weight have you gained? Oh, 4 pounds? Oh boy, she's eating that. Hey, she's eating that horse meat again. Can you see that? Oh, whose birthday is it? Whose birthday? Hi, George Castillon. Thank you, George. Hi, Betsy Wetsy. Covert Yankee. Angela Foster. Thank you. He was talking about the earrings and lippy, all from Carolina. Someone sent me this lippy. Yes, they did. They sent it to me as a gift, and I've had it for a long time, and I opened up my cupboard in the bathroom, and I saw it sitting there. I said, I'm going to put that on today. I know it's September, but oh well, it's not the deep of winter, but y'all know I'm crazy. I just throw on all different kinds of lipstick and big old, I'm stuck in the 80s with the earrings and everything else. California Glow, how are you? Hi. But yeah, so here we have our fish. Let me find a thick part of the fish. Basically, the fish is coated with what? It's coated with the flour, adobo, and sazon. Y'all know that's my combination. Adobo, you scared me, kitty cat. Adobo, no, don't attempt to jump on me right now. Don't do that. There you have your coated fish, looking just as nice, perfect coating to me. First, I like to try it without the tartar. Oh my gosh. Now see, I've been over frying that fish. And you cook it till it's just golden brown, and you kind of listen to it. When that hard sizzle sound goes down to a very gentle sizzle sound, and you look in that pan and then you turn it over, it's golden brown on one side and golden brown on the other. Oh baby, you're ready to go. Pardon me for eating. I'm trying to remember what I ate. I'm gonna put my hand in here, but there it is with the tartar sauce. Oh yeah, we got to try that. Hi, Lisa Jones. Hi, Mia. I apologize if I missed any of you, and I'm trying my best to talk like this. I don't want to be like this. Have you ever seen somebody do that? Now, there are some folks that enjoy, watching others eat. It just gives them pleasure to watch them eat. And they like it when someone just gets into the meal. They got a big old turkey leg. They enjoy it, to each his own. but I try to be careful. So basically, we're just going to go ahead and cream corn, a little tater, cream corn, a little tater. Thank you, Angela. It's good. It tastes pretty good. It's melt in your mouth goodness. You can go, hmm, I think for $6.99, you can get $6.99, maybe a little more. You can get the tilapia at Walmart in the light blue packaging. And I just get my little plastic bag and put the flour in there, the adobo and sazon. If you want to add black pepper, you can. And just do the shake and bake deal. And you saw me fry it. I just turn it up to beyond medium, but not high. I think I had been frying it too hot. And it was cooked, but it was getting overly cooked, though it didn't look burned, you know. So yeah, I got that. And I'm going to, if I can still fit it after eating this food, I got that black dress that I showed you. To those of you that don't know, I went on live and I think it's called Goodwill Part 1. Then I kind of pressed the wrong button. That's why that video, Goodwill Part 1, is so short, because I went to switch around from my face so you could see what I was looking at, and I turned the thing off. So then I just went back on and then continued on and goofily made my way and I realized which thing to push to turn the camera from my face to what I was looking at so you could see what I was looking at. And we just went through Goodwill. I always wanted to bring y'all in there and show you the prices and just kind of walk you around. I thought it would be really neat, like having y'all with me, you know, which I did via camera. They're pretty nice in there. I mean, they're not mean or anything. So, the Dollar Tree person, there's like a male cashier in there that I talk to once in a while. He's pretty friendly. He told me, he says, if you want to film, he says, come in the evening. He goes, that's when that manager that won't let you film, he's here until a certain time. But if he's looking like this, come in at night. The other manager, she's really nice. She'll let you film. She doesn't care. So I'll just have to wait. Hold on, I gotta separate. My taters are getting kind of soupy because of the corn, but I don't care. Okay, Miss Mia. I don't know. Maybe I should be. I don't know. How would I do that? Just a second. No, maybe what I can do is do a little mini 10-second video, 10 or 15 seconds. You're saying, hey, later today, and then I don't know where I'm at, Pacific time. You are Eastern Standard Time. I'll just say I'm going to go live at this time. Maybe that would be helpful, you know. I don't know why I do that. I just flip the camera on. Hi, you know. Yeah, people keep telling me, oh, if you were a little bit more organized. Oh, there's the beep. If you were a little more organized, if you were more organized and your videos were short, do this, do that. Don't you want to grow your channel? Do this. You know what? If the channel's going to grow, it'll grow by the grace of Almighty God. If the channel's going to grow, the Lord Jesus Christ will just, he'll just put his kiss on it and it'll grow. If it doesn't, I love my friends. I have 36 people in here whom I love. Sometimes there's 10 people in here, 20, 10, whatever. I just love sharing love and encouraging. And if the master grows it, he does. If he doesn't, guess what? It's all right. Oh, my friends. Let me see. I don't know. Let me get the other. I got my little MIDI on. I showed you. Maybe some of you didn't see this. I apologize if I show something more than once, but sometimes there might be one person that's never seen it. But I like these from the tree. The oven mitt. Slide your hand, and then it's got that little that coating. Feels like a rubberized coating, and it's thicker. I find the others kind of sometimes. Okay, sometimes I can burn my hand if the oven mitt is too thin, but I kind of like these. See? Now it said 20 minutes for these. I think I got to be very careful here. Oh yeah. I'm being very brave. I put them back in. I got to be careful. Oh, thank you, Miss Audrey. Yeah, people are, oh yeah, some people they got all kinds of advice on how to grow your channel, and I consider that to be a blessing. No, why don't you have more subscribers? Blah 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 blah. I says, I don't know. I just like sharing and I like talking. I'm sitting here. I live by myself with my cat. Mr. Timmy is my best friend here, and that's it. um, Now that I got the live straightened out on the phone, next to the post office, there's this little park. Across from it, I can't think of the organization. They're all over the United States. It's like a vet organization. And but anyway, they have every once in a while, maybe once a month, they have a cowboy breakfast, a cowboy country breakfast there. But it's a very nice park. And what I thought about doing is it's not far from where I live, it's a few minutes. And maybe we can do some lives in the park and I can do my walk and talks. I want to do my walk and talk videos again. And I think I can manage to do them from that park. The other thing is, just a second. Cupcake. Okay, that's better. I just felt I don't know. I just want to put them in for another 2 minutes. Now, let's see. I'm just moving the cake. The cake is cooked around the edges, but the middle is not cooked. So we're going to put this on a timer on 8 minutes. Let's see. Where is that thing? Kitchen timer. No, I don't want that. Okay. I'm guesstimating. I put the timer on for 8 minutes. Goodness gracious, I want to remember what I was saying. But anywho, oh yeah, the walk and talks. I told you about Mr. Tim when we drive together, he tends to want to tell me which way to turn or something like that. This is a minuscule thing. So we're in the car. I'm driving my little car. I'm like in my mind, I'm going, if you tell me one time to turn the way you want me to turn, I'm gonna pop you. You know, I'm thinking, I'm gonna give you a quick pop on the side of your gray head. You know, not that mine is not. My hair is just as gray as his. Y'all know that. But we're going over, and he says, we're leaving his house, and he says, well, I normally like to go one way into this little town that he lives in, make a right and get on the highway. And the highway just goes right into town. You end up by the supermarkets. You go down a little further, you're going to hit your Ace Hardware. I had to get a windshield wiper blade. My windshield wiper blade, the rubber part split, you know, did it. All the, y'all know, everyday ordinary things. I got to go do this. I got to go get that, you know. But he had a plan in his mind. No, why don't we go drive this way? We're going to go down this country road. It's a lot better. You can avoid the traffic. In my mind, I'm thinking, I don't want to do that because I don't want to turn down Yodele Road and go down Boo Boo Road and then road and then go down Scooby Doo Road and there's all the, you know what I mean? I just want to get going because I knew I was coming on here and I don't want to come on here too late. So I says, well, okay, I'll give in a little for this. We get there. He goes, okay, yeah, you're coming with me in the store. I'm looking at him. I'm not going with you in that store, the Ace Hardware. You're gonna take as long in that store as I would in Goodwill. So I'm fine out here. Go on, bye, go ahead. So what do? He says, and after this, I don't want to go that way because that's the highway right there. It'll take too long. You just go between these stores and go around this way, and the place to get your windshield wiper blades over there. In my mind, I run ahead of people in my mind, right? I said in my mind, while he's talking, I'm just looking at him like I'm just like looking at him. I'm thinking the minute your sweet little Heine, the door closes behind you, I'm gonna make a left. I'm gonna pull onto the highway, go 3 feet, go to the right. I'm gonna walk into the store, get my wiper blades, have them installed, and I'm gonna come back. Hi, DC Kool-Aid. So what happened? Soon as those automatic doors closed on him, I'm like, turn, park. Hi, I need some wiper blades, please. Could you put them on for me? Oh, thank you. To come out, put them on. I come back. I just park like nothing happened. I'm just sitting there. And so about 15 minutes later, here he comes. He's got his bag or whatever. Open up the hatch, throw the bag in. I'm like, well, one less thing for us to have to do. I already got the wiper blades. And he looked at me. How dare you? I had everything perfectly planned. Yup. No, excuse me for getting all personal. Did I miss anybody? Make sure. But yeah, you see, that's one of the things, and please forgive me if I sound like a whiny baby, but that's one of the things that drives me crazy. Is you get in a car with somebody, they want to tell you how to park, or that they or that they have a quicker way to get somewhere. And as you're driving, they're critiquing your driving skills. They're, critiquing, did you come to a full stop at the stop sign, that kind of thing. And for some reason, there's an organizational part in Timmy's mind that he can't help it. And I remember specifically one trip, I went to pick him up. I said, listen to me. I said, I'm about to start the car. I'm about to pull out of your driveway and make a right onto the road. I go, do not tell me how to drive. Do not tell me how to park. Do not tell me that my itty bitty little car is not parked perfectly between 2 lines when my car is the size of a baby's car. One of my grandchildren's probably toy cars is bigger than my car. I go, do that and you will live. Tim used to watch my videos, but he stopped watching my videos. He was really happy to be on camera. It doesn't bother him at all. He's very happy that I have this little channel, my little tiny channel. And he would go in and watch every single one of my videos and give me a little thumb up. And then, because I was in Carolina and he was here in Oregon, right? And then he would click an ad, because when you click an ad, you get a few extra pennies. And you don't have to hang around at the site, but if you click it, if you look at your YouTube algorithm, It actually says clicks. That means that's how many times a person came into watch your video. Maybe they thought the ad was interesting, so they clicked to look at what the product was, you know. So I mean, he would do that. He would, but he stopped. I just think he thinks it's kind of boring. Maybe it's kind of girly, you know. He's a 56, excuse me, a 56-year-old man, and y'all know sometimes I'm just talking about clothes, or I'm talking about things that make most men go like this. And it's okay, you know. What? Yes, Miss Lena, I promise. We need to keep Miss Lena in prayer for her stopped up ear. I've had that happen. It's really weird. I'm talking about when it happened to me. I'm not talking about your ear being weird. I mean, it was really weird. Because the sinuses, all this, as all of you know, I'm preaching to the choir, but I'm just talking. Uh-oh. And your sinuses and your ear, all that's connected, even down to your throat, all that's connected. So if your sinuses are kind of messing with you, they can be inflamed or thickened inside, and that can go off into your ear, and it's very uncomfortable. And yes, we will pray for that ear to become unstopped in Jesus' name. Amen. Let me check this cake thing. Cakey cake. Remember when I told you they would shrink down? You see that? How they're like almost level? That's probably why they want you to put it 3/4 full, a 3/4, fill the cupcake thingies 3/4 full, because, yep, kind of flattened down a little bit, but that's okay. Still good. Let's check this thing. And here is your cake, which is done just right. So all that's got to cool all the way down. I thank you for being very patient with me as I share some of the goofy, everyday, ordinary stuff that happens in my life that really is not that exciting. Yes, Miss Lena. I'm praying that you lay down. When you lay down tonight, when you lay down, I'm praying. I'm just envisioning you laying there, and all of a sudden, you know when you have a really bad cold and you're all stopped up, and then all of a sudden, 3 or 4 days into it, you kind of feel a crackle in your nose. Sorry to be so graphic. You feel a crackle in your nose. You're all stopped up, and one side opens up all of a sudden. And then the other side opens up, and you blow your nose a few times, and you start to feel clear. And little by little, you start to feel better. So what I'm envisioning in my mind for Miss Lena is that she'll just, do whatever it is she needs to get ready for to get ready for bed. And she just lays there, and all of a sudden there's a pop and a crack sound, and that thing opens right up. So that's what I'm going to envision in my mind. It's just that thing, just if it's swelled, the swelling to go down. If it's not swell and just for some other reason it's stopped up like that, shrink down, and then I want that thing to just gently open for you, and for you to be 100%. I mean that. I want you to be 100%. I know what it feels like to have all different kinds of things. Trust me. And there's no need for our sister to be sitting there all uncomfortable and all stopped up. And as a matter of fact, thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it, but I want you to feel better. If you don't feel right, just turn the thing off and just go ahead and relax and lay yourself down, honey, okay? I worry. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. We really mean that. They're not just typing words, and I'm just not talking. Everybody's kind of had flus and stopped up ears and stuffed up nose, sore throat, a sore back,
or you overwork something, your fingers are all stiff and they're kind of flinging out because of just repetitive motion, you know. And the things that we used to do when we were 18 and 19, I was 17 and 18 years old. I could run out there and work all day, mow the lawn the old way, you know, mowing the lawn, and be clipping and be out there trimming, and then running around, running to the store. And I used to bring 4 to 6 bags of groceries in the paper sack, you know, the paper bag. My mother had the little 2-wheelie thing, the little cage on 2 wheels with the handle, and I would just step by step pull all her groceries at once up 2 flights of stairs. And I'd be okay the next day, just pop out of bed. Now, you let me try to take 6 bags of groceries in the same way and go up 2 flights of stairs. You know how you go up a step with a little rolly thing? Boom, boom, boom. That's what I used to do. Boom. She could hear me coming. She'd slap open the door, and we'd all me, Carmen, and her would all work together putting the groceries away. She'd just give me a long list. I would go across to Rosner's supermarket and get all her groceries. And then we would just pull the little cart. You know, now I can say it because I am one. Pull the old lady cart, old lady. Come on, just pull the cart. You know, I used to love doing that for her. I think that's how I kind of learned a little bit about a household and budgeting. It's because there was a certain set point where she was really depressed and she really didn't want to do much. So I took over doing things for her at about 15 or 16. It turned around and things got better after that. But there was a little bit of a time where she's just kind of out of it, you know. She's just really out of it. And I just, you know, me and my 2 sisters, me and my sister Carmen, we just stepped right in. Sit down, it's okay. It's okay, sit down, we'll do it. Mommy, just make the list. Just make the list. She'd make the list and we'd go take care of it. Yep. She used to be the only one. She used to be going to the grocery store. We'd kind of go with her once in a while and waxing the floor. We had the old school black tile floor, real old school. And she used to be the only one that would wax it. Aero wax, AERO wax, or something like this. And she would wax, she would clean, sweep, mop, and then the big deal was, I just got done cleaning, I'm about to pour the wax. Ooh, that was a big deal. And she would take out her old mop head, and she would take an old towel and put it in the old, you know, the old school, you unhook the mop head and it lowers down, you know, you unhook it, it comes down like this, down, rectangle shape opening, and you slide the mop head in and then you snap it up against the wood of the handle. She would, the big deal, she'd unhook it, take the old mop head out, put it in the sink, and then she would get the a towel or one of my brother's old ratty cotton shirts, and she would pour the wax, I mean free pour, and then she would just painstakingly put a nice even layer of wax, and then it would start to dry, and then she would get, I don't know why she did this, but she would unravel newspaper. She would unravel newspaper and put it all over the floor, and it would stay like that for a couple of hours. Certain set little things you remember clearly your parents doing. Guess what? That's how we learned to some degree, depending on how you were raised, how to raise our children by watching how our parents raised us. Certain set little things, you know, if they were good at it. I'm not saying perfect, but just certain little things you remember as a youngster, your mom or your dad or a family member doing, or when Thanksgiving came. When Thanksgiving came, here comes auntie that comes over every 4 or 5 months. Here comes cousins, and you get everybody in there. They all got a certain set thing. And I'm telling you, good old-fashioned great-grandma, grandma, auntie, cousins, get out. Men are trying to come in the kitchen. Unless you can cook, get out. Everybody's in there. Somebody's got the casserole deal going. Somebody's got the collard greens going. I'm telling you, somebody is the baking king or the baking queen. Everybody's just sort of, it's a fine-tuned machine. It's the most wonderful thing. It's the most wonderful thing, you know, if you're blessed to have that. Oh, I couldn't wait to learn how to cook. Mm. Yeah, I'm talking about Mr. Tim just for another moment again. Nothing bad, of course. He's had surgery on his neck, and sometimes he has problems with a rib. It'll actually get out of place, kind of. Because what happens is he's helping his parents, which is fine, of course. He's blessing his parents, but he'll do too much. When I first got there, he just has this look on his face, and I know he's hurting. I go, "Are you sure you want to do this?" I go, "You can make a list, and I will go and pick everything up for you. You can sit right there and don't move. I'll go do it." I go, "All it is a question at Ace Hardware. If you tell me exactly what the items are, I will make sure to get it and get it right." But he just sort of sat there for a little while, and he felt comfortable enough. And of course I drove, so all he had to do was get into the vehicle, get out of the vehicle. He didn't have to do anything too physical. But if you will keep him in prayer, and to keep Tim's mother in prayer, she's had a few medical issues, and Daddy had to go and get her from her sister's house. She'll go and visit her sister. Yes, her sister's still alive. These ladies are almost 80 apiece, and they like spending weekends together sometimes and quilting. Mother wasn't feeling too good at one point, and we had just got back from the store, and Daddy, I call him Daddy. Yes, I do. Daddy comes out and he says, "Hey, Mom's not feeling too good. She wasn't feeling good earlier." He goes, "I'm going to basically go over to her sister's house and get her and bring her to the hospital as a just in case. As a just in case. I know she's doing okay, but just keep her in your prayers." That would be Tim's mom. I'd appreciate it. That woman is a saint wearing a human. That woman is a saint wearing a human costume. I'm telling you right now. She's got to be one of the sweetest women I know. Old school woman, worked for 30 years, worked her butt off at all these different places, and praise the Lord, got to retire and is enjoying. Her and her husband are enjoying their retirement, both near 80. When you're almost 80 years old, honey, if you work for 30 years, you've been married for a mighty long time, and you work for 30, 40 years, and you're retired, guess what I do? Yep. Congratulations. You have earned the right through hard work to sit your hiney down. Go on and sit down. Sit down, as we say back in the day. Not S-I-T, but S-E-T. Sit down. You've earned the right, honey. You sit your hiney down and relax. Let me bring you a sandwich. This is why I still thank you very much. Hi, Anna Nicole. Anna Nicole, what's going on with... I missed something. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Mia, you're that type of passenger when my daughter is driving home. Hold on. Miss Chrissy says, I go up one flight of stairs with my cart. Yes. Yep, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what we used to do. We didn't have a car. We used to pull that cart. Thank you very much for the prayers. Thank you, Love Cats. Thank you, Audrey. Even her voice, of course I won't put her on camera, nothing like that. She sounds like everybody's sweet grandma. Now, you got to be very careful. You don't want to. It's very rare that she gets upset. Very rare. Very rare. In the over 5 years I've known her, I've seen her upset once or twice. I look over. I don't know if she was in the kitchen or in the yard. I can't remember. But she had a straight face. And when I saw that straight face, I felt like I was 9 years old and that was my mom. I'm like, well, I think I better find something to do far away from you till you get over it. I don't want you to pop me. Thank you, Miss Mama, daughter, sister. I'm glad. I am glad. Safe in South Carolina, says Miss Mama, daughter, sister. Honey, I saw some of the news reports. Me and Timmy were sitting there and we're on our phones and stuff. And I saw some of the news reports on Carolina. You know I've been looking. Pardon me, y'all, for eating. I'm just really hungry. As you can tell, I've been eating. But I literally, no, I haven't eaten all day. That's probably why I'm eating so much fish and probably going to waddle over there. Anna Nicole Hart says, I think I'm having a reaction to a pill I was taking and I've stopped taking it. And thankfully, the reason I took it has healed. Thank you, Jesus. But I'm worried for the reaction because it's lessening, but still there. We will keep you in prayer, honey. I don't know how long it takes for medication to get out of your system. No, the father doesn't tire. I don't care if you tell him 10 times, 15, 20 times. He knows when we're afraid. You know how many times I've apologized to the Lord for repeating the prayer? It says don't keep repeating the prayer, but sometimes I would be terrified about a situation or scared or concerned or whatever I felt at the time, and I would wake up thinking about it and I would have to open my mouth and say, Lord, please help me. Please help this situation. Please make me feel better. Please help that person feel better, you know? I think that's what a good dad does. He's our father. He's our master and creator. But he's also called our heavenly Father for a reason. We can go to him. I think he is concerned. I don't think he wants you sitting there afraid. This is one of the reasons why I love this forum so much. Like we had Miss King come in here. Yesterday, was it? Miss King came in about her husband, or maybe the day before. And I've never seen her name there before, but she just came in, was glad to see us all together and that we were prayer warriors. And she just slipped in and asked for some prayers and slipped back out. That's what we're here for. I love that. I love it. A person wants to come in here and just come in here one time and ask for prayer. It's an honor for us to do so. It's an honor for us to be in the Father's will, to be helping one another. And anyone that wants to come in here I don't care if you come in here for 60 seconds, please pray for XYZ and XYZ condition. You know, my mother, my father, my auntie, myself. Come on in here. We'll do it. Excuse me. And social media, yes, it can be bad. You know, with Facebook and people doing these awful things to one another on Facebook. But like this, it can be good. It can be good. And we all can be connected through this to talk and to pray for one another. I know one thing. If I wake up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and I've had a nightmare or I'm frightened, I'm going to turn that on. And even if nobody's awake, I'm going to turn that on and say, hey, I'm scared. Could you pray about this for me? Even if it's for just a minute, and then I'll just turn it off. I got to let somebody know, another like-minded person who loves the Lord. I got to let my friends know. How are you going to know? I don't care what it is. You don't have to be embarrassed about anything. For goodness sakes, I'm telling you, I got to be very careful. I'm eating, but I didn't realize how hungry I was. But, well, when you don't eat breakfast and you don't eat lunch, I suppose by the time supper time comes around, I just praise and thank Almighty God that there's something here. You know what I mean? I don't take anything, but I'm trying my best not to take anything for granted. Not anything for granted. Sometimes we walk by something and we have something all the time, talk about me, and then all of a sudden, maybe you're eating ramen noodles, right? For a little while during a thin time, that's life, right? Extra rice and whatever. And all of a sudden, 6 or 7 months later, everything just turns okay. Things start getting better. And you open up your freezer and you get to choose something. You just could sit there. Well, I don't know if I feel like having fish, or if I feel like having some sausage, or I feel like having some hamburger, right? So I'll go along and I look and I got a choice. And then sometimes I stop myself and I remember the ramen and I say, thank you, Father. I thank you. Thank you. I've got a choice. Thank you. Not that we're running around trying to major on that or trying to feel sorry for ourselves. We're just trying to be grateful. That's all. That's all I'm saying. In these last days, I don't know when that sky's going to crack open and when he's going to come down here, and start shoop, 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 and all kinds of clothes dropping to the ground and all kinds of people flying up there. I know some of y'all think I'm crazy, but that's all right. It's kind of like I want to be at the ready at all times. And if I don't remember about a certain set thing, boy, oh boy, I'll just sit down and just go ahead and go right over those words. And then and like I told you the other day, I'm sitting here getting upset about something very, very petty, right? And then I turn on the YouTube video and I told you about the man. He's got no arms and no legs. And I'm sitting here being petty about something. And I happen to have these things. Yes, my friends, I ate all that fish. Can you believe that? Now I don't know. I'm going to have to get a hoist to get me up. My house is so big, all I got to do from the table is turn around and go like this. I messed up. Now, if that stuff is cool enough, let's see if we can frost it. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I can hardly move. No, I promise I'm not going to fall asleep on you. We got to try to do this. I need the right knife. Let me see. Can we do it? Now that is a bread knife. You know, bread knife. Oh. Okay, we're going to get the bless this house platter. No, they still feel a little warm. A little bit, but obviously I'm handling them. Let's... Okay. toward you, old lady, toward you. Let's see. Do we have liftoff? Oh, I think, oh, wait a minute. Wait, oh, girls. Yes, we do. Yay. Hold on. Yay. Yes, Miss Fancy wanted those fish fillets. Yeah, she did. She ain't fooling nobody. I actually got to cut three of her claws. It takes me a few days to cut all of them because she would try. Oh. She does not like me touching her paws. But if it comes down to a wrestling match where I've actually got to hold her down, I will hold her down because like that, and it looks like I'm hurting her, but I'm not. But it's going to hurt her more. If I let that claw grow down and go into her skin, it's going to hurt her. So I'd rather have her yell at me and hissing at me and everything. She's hissing at me and growling at me, trying to scratch me like she never knew me. The minute I just take a paw and I'm just going like this, just very gently to get the, like, in other words, like this. Push and then the claws come out. And what you want to do is trim the tips. I managed to trim 3 of them before she just started squirming around. I go, okay. I go, but just before I got to go to work tomorrow at 11 p.m., an odd time. Something happened at that job. I just don't know what. But anyways, yeah, it's a wrestling match. But I'll be doggone if I'm going to let my cat have claws over here and hanging and sticking into her little wrist. That's not happening. I'm telling you, I might get myself to a place where I don't know. I have to have somebody do it. Okay, there's cupcake number 2. And for those of you that don't know, this is the Decadent carrot cake mix from Duncan Hines, to which within it is a pouch. Not only the cake mix is in one little pouch, and there's another pouch with carrots. I apologize for repeating myself to those that heard this already. There's another pouch, a little white pouch that has carrots and raisins in it. You take that pouch and you pour it. You put it in a cup and 1 1/4 cups of hot water. You stir it around and you let that sit there, soak for 5 minutes. Then you take your 3 eggs, your quarter of a cup of oil, and a cup and a half, about a cup and a half or so of water. Your eggs, oil, water, cake mix, and your pre-soaked veggies, and just mix that all together. About 50 strokes, 50 times according to the package directions. Cupcakes, about 20 minutes. And what I'm trying to do is make a double tiered carrot cupcake. Why? And I told the story earlier to the 1 or 2 of you that didn't hear me. They used to have a 2-tiered carrot cake in Walmart. And they stopped making them, to my horror. I go in there, Friday is usually when the fresh baked goods go in there on Friday, I think it is, or is it Tuesday? Well, whatever day that was, I was on it. Oh, it's that day. Let me go. It's $2.89 or whatever it was. I go get my little double tiered cupcake. Looking forward to the weekend. Put it in the fridge. You know how we plan our special treats. I go over there. I'm looking. I'm like, oh, they must have all sold out, right? I'm looking. And they're not there. So I'm like, okay, well, they usually have 5 or 6 of them. I just missed out. Some other grandma ran in there and took my cupcakes. Ain't I terrible? She went in there and took my cupcakes. This is the Betty Crocker Rich and Creamy Frosting Allegedly, it's got great homemade taste. We'll see about that. The artificially flavored. Oh, we'll ignore the artificially flavored part and just pretend it's really cream cheese. Cream cheese frosting. Some people like a buttercream frosting. I do not like a I mean, I can have the buttercream frosting, but with a carrot cake, I prefer a cream cheese flavored or cream cheese frosting. Excuse me. You know what's kind of frightening? I look in the mirror and I'm looking at the way I eat and how I'm acting and stuff like that. I'm becoming more and more my mother every day. Every time I look in the mirror, I'm repeating some of the statements she used to make. Miss Fancy is here. Where is? Yeah, she's right there. She's licking her paws. She's over there. You're never gonna trim these nails, girl. That's right. I can lick my paws all I want, but you're never gonna trim my nails. I beg to differ. It's gonna be like this. I just pet her head. She loves the top of her head rubbed. So I'm trying to be sneaky. Her little paw, I'm eyeing her paw, but I'm petting with one hand and I got the clipper with the other. And I go, okay, Fancy, come on, baby, let me do this. I reach over, I grab a paw, and if she lets me, I push on the paw and I'll snip one, snip another. And then when she looks down at her paw, excuse me, and then she looks at me, that means she's about to bite me. She gets squinty-eyed, like, if you don't put my paw down, I'm going to bite you. I'm going to scratch you. So I just put the paw down and wait. That cat is something else, I love her very much, but sometimes. Okay. Yes, love cats. I don't know. Love cats, I may have to send her over. Oh, the battery's running low. Let me go get the plug. Miss Love Cats, I may have to send Fancy to your place. You're going to have to trim them nails for me. Oh! Oh, I didn't tell y'all. I went into the store. There's an itty bitty Tim. My town is small, but Tim's town is even smaller. I mean, it's all country. And so I'm in the country store right there in town. And where is it? Oh, for goodness sakes, old Myrtle and her girdle can't even remember what she's doing. I had another bag, which I might have left in the car, and I really don't feel like going to the car. Boo-boo. Watch out now. See, I almost stepped on you. Anyways, I'm in the parking lot. Remember I told you Tim likes those citrusy drinks? I cannot remember the name of those doggone drinks. But anyways, he likes a citrus drink of some kind. So I can't find them anywhere. And I know that he doesn't like traveling that far going to the store. So I say to myself, I bet you in the local yokel store that him and his parents go to all the time, they don't like coming into my little town, which is a little town, but it's bigger than their town. You know how a person gets stuck in their ways and they want to stay in the box. They don't want to go out. They don't want to go out around people or whatever. But anyway, so I says, let me go in this store and see if they have his drinks. And sure enough, they have his drinks. So I get him 2 of them. I get him 2. I know he loves them so much because when I got there, he had one right on the ground near his little chair. And I was bringing him 2 more. So anyways, why are you saying all this about that drink? Because I was in the parking lot and I was playing my song, the Change song that I like. And this lady was next to me in the car next to me. She was getting out of the car and I got the thing blasting. hoping the Holy Ghost will go out of my speakers into somebody's ear with that change song and make them think a little bit, you know? I'm being sneaky on people. So, she said she liked the music, and I told her who it was. It was changed, but I can't recall the artist at the moment. And so she goes in the store, I go in the store, I come out of the store with Tim's drinks, and she goes, would you like some tomatoes and some vegetables? I'm like, sure. She goes, I'm taking care of my friend's garden for the weekend. And, you know, basically she told her to pick them and just to get rid of the veggies because she's not going to be there. So she gives me all these different, you know, these little tomatoes and the most unusual cucumbers I've ever seen in my life. I've got to go to the car after I frost these for you. Yeah, she'll do that. I find her nails all over the place, but I look down sometimes and I get scared because they're curved. And she does not use the scratching post. I got 2 of them. She wants to run to the end of my bed or try to scratch that little couch in there. You know what, Miss Fab? You're running your mouth so bad. Show us the cupcakes. Basically, slice a cupcake in half. If we can do it. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try. You got to be real slow. Real slow with it. Slice her in half. Do not slice your finger, just like a little baby. Very, very slow. Get her nicely sliced in half as even as you can, just like that. Matter of fact, I think while I'm at it, I'll just slice all of them. Hi, Truly Tracy. Just take your time, aim that right in the middle, and I'm using a bread knife. Bread knife? Yeah, bread knife. Try not to touch the top because the top feels kind of tacky and I don't want to lose any. Now that one's not quite as neat, but you get the gist of it. Just slice them in half. Oh, here's a one that's a little bit thicker. Let's see if we can do better. Okay, come on, baby. Help old granny out. Come on. I probably could have it flat and go like this. I would recommend that you go like this. I think I'm doing it the idiot way, you know. But here you have them sliced in half like this. Yeah, Walmart of Hermiston, Oregon. Shame on you for not having my cupcakes. You're causing me extra work. Ooh, here's a really big one. You know, I don't know if Tim likes carrot cake, but he's about to get some. He did have a look on, you know, I was talking to him, but in my mind, I'm looking at the clock. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's 8 o'clock where they are, you know. But I didn't want to be kind of, you know, insensitive, you know. But at the same time, I had to get going. And we did it. There we go. So you got them all in half. I don't know if I can use this. I'll try to use it. Since I've already sliced them, let's try it. It's just like having a mini cake, except it's a cupcake. And you see the raisins from that pouch and the carrot. And then just give yourself a nice amount of frosting. I know it's not going to look like the Walmart one, but we don't care. Let's make it kind of thick like that. I just want to make yourself a cupcake sandwich, baby. Yes. And then get your little, if you can do it. I don't know if this is the one that goes with it, but well, it looks too wide to go with it. Get off my thigh. The cat was just digging in my thigh. Look, my cellulite really doesn't need any help unless you're going to remove some, okay? It's just like, I think she understood that I was talking about her. She's just getting me back. She was pretending like my thigh was a scratching post. Yeesh. And then if we can do this without it falling apart, I know that looks a little messy right there. Here we go. Oh, let's try. Oh, let me put this bad boy down. Let's put her down. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get a butter knife. But basically, that's it. My 2-tiered carrot cupcake. And then you get a bite. You bite into it. You taste a little cake. You taste a little frosting with every bite. Yes, indeed. Then on Monday morning, when I go back on Monday morning, tomorrow when I go back to work and I waddle in and I can't fit my pants, I'll be. This is what happens to me. I'm really bad for a little while. Then I behave. Then I get back to my veggie burgers. Then I'm bad again. But yeah, basically, try to pretty it up and make it look cute. Yes, I wash my hands. Matter of fact, I'm paranoid. When I leave Goodwill, Walmart, whatever store that is, I'm envisioning 500 people touching cart. So the first thing I do, I try to remember to do when I get in the door is wash my hands. Because even though the weather's still warm, you still got flu season and all that. Still got people running around, and a lot of people do not wash their hands. No, I'm not trying to pick on anybody. I'm just saying. Basically, you get the germs on your hand, you rub your nose, you rub your ear, you rub your eye. Anywhere there is an opening, eye, ear, or nose. I'm touching the cart. I got an itch on my nose. The germs are on my nose. They go up my sinuses. Achoo! 3 days later, there, where did that cold come from? These aren't looking like the fanciest cupcakes in the world, but I guarantee you they're going to taste good. Hee hee. Take that and put your top on there. Ooh, ho, 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 ho. I'm going hoo, 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 but I probably won't be able to fit the dress I just bought. I hope it's stretchy. Miss Fab, you're terrible. 1 minute you're talking about veggie burgers, and now you're there frosting cupcakes. Shame on you. You can come chase me, but I can still run pretty fast. Scare me good enough, I can run pretty good. I got long legs. I never forget that. There was this I was at my old job at I call it the underwear plant, but where I was packing people's orders for undergarments. And so I'm trying to walk to the time clock because I realized I only got a minute or two to be considered on time. Long ago, oh honey, every time I take a step, you got to take 3. It's like I go 1. This is her. And this is me. 1. Doom. Doom. Yeah, went over there. Went in. Yeah, you ain't gonna beat me. I seen those little short legs. You're not gonna win. I got it. Aren't women terrible? Yeah, she thought those little 1-inch legs were gonna beat me. No way. She was on time. She wasn't late, so I didn't do anything terrible. I just did. I was just like hurrying, Miss Fab, you're really mean. Miss Fab says she know Jesus, and she try to hurry up and rush a lady with short itty bitty little legs. Okay, oh, this doesn't look like I have enough frosting. I don't want it to feel lonely. Let's add a little more. Yes. Hi, Martha Howard, just in time for some double-tiered cupcakes. A moment on the lips, forever on the hips. I know y'all heard that a million times. A moment on the lips, forever on the hips. Okay, this one's kind of crooked, so we're going to put this down. But basically, yeah. This is very sloppy in comparison to the ones that the Walmart in my little town were making until like 4 weeks ago or more. All of a sudden, they just stopped making them. I'm like, what? How dare you? So I told y'all, I said, well, let me get some carrot cake mix. And then I decided on an accident, because I didn't have 2 square pans to make a double layer cake, a 2-layered cake. Tanisha Winston, you have a wonderful night. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much, honey. What am I thanking you for? For coming in. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You know, every time I see your name, Winston, I think of Bill Winston, the minister. I'm not saying you're related to him, but it's spelled the same way. Anybody know who Bill Winston is? I think he's out of Chicago. Okay, I know I'm being kind of slow, but I'm trying to be kind of careful. I could have slopped this on there. A cup of coffee and a cupcake. Amen. Oh, California glow, you know how to live. Yes. Yeah. Timmy, you know how you know how you'll make a pot of coffee. You make a pot of coffee. There'll be some coffee left. So you say to yourself, you know, I really want a cup of coffee. So I'm going to pour a cup, you know, and maybe in a saucepan and heat it up, or I'm going to put it in a cup and heat it up for a few, you know, for about 30, I don't know, for about a minute, for 60 seconds till it gets hot, and you're going to cream, and you know what I mean? You're going to have some coffee. It's kind of old. It's from the beginning of the day. Tim cannot drink old coffee, and that's okay. So, you know, toward the end, you know, after I turned the camera off and he was here, I said, would you like some coffee? He goes, fresh coffee. And I just look at him. I go, well, do you want a drink from the fridge? What do you think this is, McDonald's? You're a terrible host, Miss Fab. No, I was just tired. I'm sorry. But yeah. Good night, Miss Lena. Blessings to you. You have a wonderful night. We'll keep praying. Yes, ma'am. Oh, thank you, Miss Mama, Daughter, Sister. I was feeling like a criminal. You have a guest. I mean, even though Tim and I have known each other for this is year 6. I believe this is year 6. And yes, people get familiar with one another and they get comfortable around one another, but that's no reason, not to have good manners. You have to have good manners, And I felt kind of bad because I know he likes fresh coffee, but I did not feel like dumping out half a pot of coffee. When I'm here by myself, I'll heat it up to the last drop, Now that's just me. And, perhaps I could have, I didn't know he was coming over, but I felt kind of bad. But at the same time, it's just, I wasn't prepared. Or else that morning, I would have made a half a pot. Then I could have pulled out a few drops and made another fresh half pot. But I felt kind of bad. He's like, well, fresh coffee. In my head, I said, because he said, fresh coffee. I'm like, stop being so snotty. You're going to drink some leftover coffee. I'm going to heat it up. I'm going to pretend like, you know what I mean? Where are you coming from, country boy, all of a sudden? I know that sounds terrible, but like I said, we've known each other for a bit of a while now. What did I do? Hold the phone here. Oh, okay. I got kind of scared. I'm looking at the pieces like, wait a minute. Am I missing something here? Did I put 2 tops on? I'm sorry for being so slow, my friends. I need to get a move on because we got to get going. Y'all got things to do. But basically, that's it. Those are the little they're itty bitty little cakes. And I got enough frosting just to put on top of that other one. They're really good, at least to me, when you put them in the fridge. I'm over here with this long blouse, the spaghetti neck thing. I'm sweating. I'm actually sweating down the back of my legs, if you can believe it. Menopause is kicking my hiney, my friends.
Okay, one last one to go. It seemed like this took an eternity. For goodness sakes, woman, move it. Yeah, I've got to take off my shoes. I've got my sneakers. I've got to take off my socks. I know I'm not doing a very neat job, but it's okay. It's just us. Y'all won't get mad at me if they don't look like is it Martha Stewart? Y'all won't get mad if they don't look like Martha Stewart, will you? And I just messed that one up. Well, I frosted it on the wrong side. Now, they're the little two-tiered little, I call them two-tiered cupcakes. That needs a little more frosting. I'm just making sure that the frosting is safe. That's all I'm doing. Okay, it's safe. Sorry about any more loud noises. I'm sorry. Randy needs to now. I was talking earlier about the when you do a video, the little picture that indicates your video. What's that thing called? I can't think of what you call that thing. You know, when you're looking at a list of videos, a thumbnail? Thumbnail? Is that what it's called? Okay. What I do, I've never seen Martha Stewart's cupcakes, but she's the only famous person I could think of, hon. So if you want to make your own thumbnail, this is going to seem really silly, but I don't have fancy the stuff you edit. I don't have fancy software. Excuse me, I don't have fancy software at all. So what I do, I can take a picture of this now and make it as a thumbnail, right? But what you can do, you will play your video on your laptop, get it to the place where you figure and pause it. When you pause it, you can take a picture of your screen on your laptop, right? You take a picture of it with your camera. I kid you not. You got to do it just right so the reflection of your laptop doesn't show you taking a picture. You feeling me? You can take a picture of it. Once you take a picture of the portion that you have paused, you'll pause it on a good portion. You know, you don't want to look like this on your thumbnail. You want to kind of just, you know, have just a regular thumbnail. And then once you take the picture, you take your smart card out, you put that in, you'll upload it. It'll go over to pictures, and then you go over to your video and you're going to hit the edit button, and it gives you the 3 choices of thumbnails, or you can have your own thumbnail, custom thumbnail, right all the way to the bottom. And then once you get the picture that you took after pausing your video of that frame that looks more attractive to you to represent your video, you can upload it. It'll go onto your computer from your smart card. Then you're going to go and take that out of your picture folder. When you go over to your YouTube video and you see the 3, I may just do a video on this. It will probably be a little bit easier to explain. But you're taking a picture of a paused, so you're going to pause your video where you look your best if you choose, or there's something you want to show up close. Pause the video, make sure it's not blurry, and take a picture of your laptop screen without anything else. Just make sure you aim the camera just right to the center of that. Then you're going to load it on into your picture folder. You're going to go to your video and you're going to hit your edit. And then you're going to look at your choices of thumbnail and custom thumbnail, or whatever that's called, where you do your own. You're going to click that.
You're going to go to your folder and open it, click that picture. It's going to swirl and load up, and that's going to be your thumbnail, the thumbnail that you created by taking a picture while playing your video. Play your video and pause it at the area that you feel you look your most attractive or your picture looks its most attractive. I hope that this is making some sense to somebody. But I figured that out. I don't have fancy software that I could actually take a picture of a paused portion of my video. Hi, Papa Texas. Welcome. Yeah, but Papa Texas, listen to Grandma. You got a camera like this? You got a regular camera? And you got, if you have a laptop, I'll say it again. Play your video. Pause it to a portion of the video that you feel looks best. Just pause it. Take a picture of where you pause. Aim that camera just right. And then take out your smart card. Take out that smart card with that picture of the pause frame. You're taking a picture of a frame of your video. Take your smart card, load it in. It'll go automatically to your pictures folder, and then go over to your YouTube video and select the custom thumbnail. Click that, and then open the folder and pull out that picture that you just took. And you can have a little bit more control. You know how we just have 3 choices? And I've been doing this all during the video. All of a sudden you're talking, you're like, you know, and you look and your video comes up, it's loaded, and your thumbnail looks crazy or whatever. You can get a little bit more control if you can just take that picture of a paused portion of your video that's on the laptop. Play it on the laptop, take a picture of that pause frame. Put it on here, load it in there. You feeling me? There's been so many times where I was in the middle of talking on a video. I'll turn, you know, and my face is all, you know. Hi, Miss Martha. Ah, yes. Just experiment, if I can talk, experiment with it, Papa Texas. Papa Texas, y'all go over and check his channel out and subscribe. And Miss Mama Daughter Sister, I want you to please go over and subscribe to her channel if you would, please. So you missed dinner. I already ate dinner. But if you choose to back the video up once it becomes a video, I am not, it doesn't bother me. These things are usually 2 or 3 hours long. Skip to my, I call it skipping to my little, my darling. Skip through my video till you see me putting a plate down full of food. And then you can see that portion. Sometimes, oh, I'm losing a cupcake. Sometimes, that frosting's too good. I was going to say something. I forget. But anyways, and then I made my little, they look kind of sloppy and kind of messy, but I know they're oh so good. This is made with carrot cake mix. And I made the two-tiered cupcakes. I waited till they cooled as best as they could, but I need to find a smaller one. And I'm sorry about the smacking sound. And you got 2 cupcakes, and you got to do like this. Oh my gosh. The thing of it is, when you got, I sliced the cupcakes in half with a bread knife. And yes, it looks kind of squished in the middle, but you are getting the ratio of frosting to cake. If you are a frosting to cake ratio kind of person where you like it even, these are very dangerous. Hence why I've got to take that cake over to Tim's house. Very dangerous. Oh yeah, these are dangerous. It's kind of like, what's that Krispy Kreme? When they're hot, you see the hot sign on outside of Krispy Kreme. They put a dozen of those what's those? Oh, the glazed. They put a dozen glazed Krispy Kremes in a box and hand it to you. You bite into one, it's like you bit into air and you went to heaven. It tastes like a donut, but it's like you're in heaven. And the danger is they are so light and so fluffy that you don't realize that you've picked one up and you've eaten it in 3 bites. By the time you look back in the box, you've eaten 3 of them and thought you just ate one. That's where they're dangerous. Those Krispy Kreme, those Krispy Kreme glazed donuts are evil, but they taste good. mm. Really moist. Perfect ratio of frosting to cake. I am a foodie. If I was not careful, I said this before, you will have to roll me in. If you leave me to my own devices with a bunch of goodies, you leave me to my own devices without, I have to stop myself. That's it. You're not eating anything else today. And I literally talk to myself. That's it. And I don't. And I'll have a Powerade, and then I'll go get my glass, put my lemon juice in it, put my water in it. That's it. There's got to be a cutoff point. I can't all night. I can't do that. Because if I do, you're going to see Tim, and he's going to be rolling me in with a wheelbarrow into the living room. So I'm going to stick these in the fridge. They need to stiffen up a little bit. They're kind of soft, the frosting. And please pardon my rudeness of licking my fingers, but I did wash my hands. And there's nobody here but me and the cat. She's not complaining. All right, yay! We did it. I wasn't sure I could do it. Oh my goodness. Oh, my blessed friends. Now go into the living room for a few minutes. I promise you, just a few minutes, and then we will go bye-bye. Oh, the hips, forever, yes. A moment on the lips, forever on the hips. And I'll tell you, I don't know about any of you other ladies. Pardon me, if there's any men in here, do not listen to us talking about girl stuff. Just pretend, just go like this. La, 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 la. Just don't listen to us. I'm just making sure that I bring the plug with me. And I'm going to come in here and sit my bloated self down. Oh my gosh, that was too good. I will say I ate 1 piece of fish too many. I could have taken a piece of fish, been a good girl, wrapped it in plastic, and put it in the fridge. But no. Now I regret it. I'm sitting here like, I did get thank goodness now I got the black stretchy dress. And we're going to, honey, I don't know if I have the strength to do it. I think I do. We got the black dress. Yes, we did. Remember when we went on live? Some of you can look back at that video, but it's your basic black dress. The V shape like this, the crossover shape like that, which I do so enjoy. And I'm going to have to get back in that kitchen because it is just way too dark in here. Yes, it is. I don't know what to do about the lighting situation in this room. It's awful. What are you doing? You do not wear human clothes. I love my cat. I really do. I know y'all hear me whining at her a little bit. I do love her very much. But every once in a while, And here's the other. The reason why I like this is because of the shape of that sleeve. And I'm gonna get into the other room. Thank goodness that's nice and wide, considering the way I feel right now. And the last thing that I got, I did, as you all saw, those of you that watched me buy this stuff live, I did get the printed top. The printed top, and I do apologize. The camera angle was kind of weird with my phone. Excuse me, while I was on live, I was a little bit nervous. So there you have just a basic blouse that can go over anything with a nice wide see-through kind of an extra fan sleeve. I mean, that thing is wide, but I got to take a look at the opening there. Okay, it's got a normal, what you would call a normal arm opening there, but it's just that sleeve is extended and extra wide. And if you don't stop surprising me and jumping, goodness gracious, you're lucky I'm full. I can't move as quickly as I normally would, like that. But this is this top. But I know one thing. I have a spaghetti top under here, so I can demonstrate that one right quick, if it's okay with all of you. I'm going to unplug the electric portion because it's been plugged in. It should be charged. And then we're going to go in here, and I just want to show you these items. Yeah, my hair is in rare form. Let's get you up here. Thank you for sticking with me. And thank you for your patience with me, because I am being Miss Goofy. Okay. And, well, I was telling you about the end table that I spray painted, that I needed to get a handle, right? A handle. I showed you the 2 holes there. Well, one of the reasons I went to Timmy's, what he did, I showed this earlier, but some of you may not have seen it. These are plugged in. They have a wooden dowel, a rounded piece of wood, basically. He bought a long stick, and he cut them into itty bitty, the ends of it. He put one piece of wood in here. First he put glue, then he put the wood, then he put glue on top of it on either side, and he drilled a brand new hole right here. So when my pink glass handles come in, it's a set of 10. I think it was for $5.97, I do believe. $5.97, I think, and then $2 shipping and handling from Amazon. And it's a pack of 10. I need 6 handles for the desk. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see. 7 handles. I'm sorry. 7 little knobs for the desk. And then there'll be 3 left. And so I'm going to use 2 on that, those drawers right there to that nightstand that's in my bedroom. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to let those handles won't be here to the end of September or to the beginning of October. But when I get them in, I will I'll show you. I'll put them on. I'll show you. Gotta wait for those to dry, and then I'm gonna give it a little mini sanding so they're smooth. And I still have some white paint, so I can give it just a little spritz, you know. But anywho, we have the see-through top, which I bought in Carolina. It's an oldie but a goodie. The thing keeps trying to advertise, trying to get me to extend myself. Let me make sure I'm decent under here. I think I'm decent under here. Hold on as I try to suck my gut in. But we have a spaghetti strap top under here. Let's step back a little bit if I can put my arms up. I certainly hope this. It wouldn't be good if this thing didn't fit. What does it say? Can't really see what this is, but anyway, there's it's just your basic stretchy top with a wide sleeve. I know I'm wearing the stripes underneath, but just so that you can get an idea of what this thing looks like. But that's basically it.
It's just a nice alternative of different kind of blouse with a dramatic see-through fan sleeve. Basically, to me, this is like a loose-fitting tank top with larger sleeves. Very comfortable. You want to run around town, you want to put on a pair of jeans, but you want to wear something kind of cute, you can get something like this. Stretchy and comfortable and loose fitting, you know. I don't know if you'd be interested in putting a belt. If you're a tiny person, there's nothing wrong with that. I think you can get away with putting a belt with this thing. Yes, yes, you could. But anyway, that's the top. And I don't know, lately I've just been buying these loose fitting tops. I don't know. Well, I gotta climb out of this thing. Goodness gracious, it's been a long day, but it's been I've been blessed today. You understand? I have been blessed today. And I'm gonna need a moment of patience while I try to what's this? Well, I'm gonna put one of these dresses on. Please give me a moment. If I did that on camera, most of you would scream in horror. You don't want to see that much. You don't want to see that much cellulite all in one place. Sorry, TMI. But anyways, I digress. Finally take my sneakers off. All right, let's hope and pray it fits. Oh, I know it will. Let's see. What do you think, Miss Fancy? Do I look okay? You're going to say yes no matter what? What? Okay, let me have a look in the mirror. Okay, it fits. Well, that's not bad. All right. All right, kids. Let me move this chair. This fits. Yes, that's not bad. Stand back here. Geez, it's kind of Mary Tyler Moore-ish. I'm sorry I couldn't get the zipper all the way to the top. But there you have it. And I like the come a little closer. I like that sleeve. There's something very dainty about that. All I can see in my head is some pearls. Some pearls. And of course, you know me, stuck in the 80s, some red lipstick. But yes, it hits. That's not bad. I like the shape of that thing. Well, there's not much of a hem, but yeah. It's a thicker material, so it's for the winter time, but that goes in nice. You see what I mean? Y'all know I got the roly-poly tummy. Yes, I do. Trust me. And when you get something that's got that A-line, it goes out like that. So I got chunky thighs. Yes, I do. Chunky thighs. Chunky cellulite thighs. They look like upside down triangles. Yes, they do. There is no way I could wear. There's no way I could wear shorty shorts. I wouldn't want to wear shorty shorts even to bed. But anyways, how much was this? $6.99. Anyways, I've stood in front of you long enough. Let me go get the other one, or try the other one for you. All right. Okay, this is the Messimo dress. This is the one that's got the belt in the back. Hold on. Okay. Well, the first thing I notice is it's got the crisscross front, right? But you do have to pin it. I mean, that's open right there. That's open. But this is just a different silhouette With like, you see how that's open there? I don't like that. But anyways, I can pin the inside of that. Like I got a cat hair on my lip. But let me step away. I like this because the other one is heavy. I just lost an earring. But I told you that the back, I'm gonna be careful I don't come flying out. The back has the tie to it. So it's actually big on me, you see? This is what I love about, sometimes you can get away with going to the larger, with certain styles. I'm hanging out. With certain styles, you have the option of pulling that back. Hey, did you put on 6 pounds over the holidays? Well, guess what? Take that, loosen that up, and just let it fit you loose, but you're still going to look pretty. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Or you can just tie that a little tighter. Hey, you've been working out, you lost 7 or 8 pounds. Well, guess what? Pull it back and show off your new slim figure. Whether you're big or whether you're small, this is the perfect dress. It's stretchy, right? And then you've got the empire waist where it's kind of like a sewn in belt or what have you right there. But you can pull that in, tighten it up, or loosen it up. That's the good part about buying this style of dress with the tie in the back, that it's the empire waist under the bust and then just flows down. So if you're dealing with this, if you're dealing with your upper thighs or whatever, you can go a size larger and pull this, let it be slim here, like almost under here, and let the rest of it flow, baby. Let the rest of it flow. Thank you. Hi, Betsy Wetsy. Sherry Emery. Yeah, I like that. Like I say, this just needs a pin. Let me find a pin. Nobody want to look at some old woman plopping out. That's ridiculous. Hold on, let me see. I know I got a pin somewhere. Come on now, you gotta have a pin somewhere. Come on, Grandma. I'll tell you what. When in doubt, just use anything you can. I got the old butterfly clip. You see that clip? Guess what? Well, clip it together one way or another. But yeah, you can just take what someone else would call oh, wait a minute. That's not good. Hold on. What's wrong with you? Stop embarrassing me in front of the camera. Can we do it? Come on now. But you can take just a dress that has a very nice silhouette, and someone else would say it was plain looking. But guess what? You can add things to it. If I don't find a pin, I'm going to lose my life. I do not like hanging. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm sorry, everybody. Okay, I think we found something. I hope. Don't disappoint me now. I got a little thingy right there. But you can draw, I mean, if you want to be swoopy, you can be as swoopy as you want with this one. But the thing of it is, if I can get more in the light, there you go. Let's get more in the light. And I'm not trying to be all weird on you. I just wanted to show you that it actually has a sewn. This is like a seam right here. You see, under here is like a seam, all the way back like that. And you see that roly-poly right there? I mean, that's my belly right there. Oh, yes, it is. Hold on, let's suck it in. But yeah, so you can scoot around. You can pull that back. You know, you can kind of pull it back if you choose, or let it be a little bit looser, but you still have it nice and forming right here, you know? And then you can just let it flow out that way. If you got the hippie thing, the belly thing, the thigh thing, it's black, you know? It's gotta be careful. That's actually an earring. Yeah. Yeah, the plain look. Sometimes I go a little nutto and I put on my big earrings and so on and so forth. I have to, face the reality. I've got to face the reality of of my age, But a certain set things I figured as long as as long as I'm covered up to a mature, decent level, I'm not talking about saying I'm all covered up, but everything is clinging really, really, really tight. And you just about know what I look like naked. That's not covered. That's clingy, clingy, clingy. You might as well be naked. Might as well be naked. I face the reality of this. You see that? Now of course, the other dress is a little cut, a little, high, but it's not. At least it fits low, and it's an A-frame. So I can kind of let that go where it was up like this a little bit. I'll let that go. It's okay. I'll just try not to wave too hard. No, but you could have this, what someone would call this a plain Jane dress. But they can go on ahead and call it a plain Jane dress. It's okay. As long as you feel beautiful. As long as you're happy. As long as you're comfortable. You don't have to run around looking like the world. If you don't want to, you don't have to. No, you don't. That's right. Old grandma said it and I won't regret it. Yeah. You can take this thing, put a scarf on the side, put a nice pin up here, some earrings to match. If you don't like doing all the jewelry thing, you don't want to wear any earrings, that's just not your thing, you can go on ahead and put a scarf, a bright printed scarf on if you choose. If you want a scarf, but you don't want all the shiny, it's just too much and you're very conservative, then just get a two-tone black and white scarf or just you know what I mean? Just to your liking, Not everybody wants to run around with a purple wig and looking straight up nuts. For goodness sakes, I'm almost 60 years old. But anyways, I digress. Cheers. This poor thing is warm now, but it's all right. I don't care. Once again, I said it before and I'll say it again. Thank you for being so patient with me. I tried to be a little bit more organized in that kitchen this time around. I need my glasses. Yeah, still got the price tag hanging. I feel like Minnie Pearl. Remember Minnie Pearl? Howdy! She used to wear the hat with the price tag of $1.98 on it. Oh yes! The other dress. Was it the other dress? It wasn't this dress. Remember the red price tags were 50% off? So that other dress was $3.50 with the little, the shorter sleeve like that. Yeah, that dress was $3.50, so we did pretty good. So I'm bantering back and forth. Excuse me. I'm bantering back and forth as to what to do with my cat print. I could put it above that window over there, but I think that would look kind of weird. And I like where everything is, and I don't think the cat print would look good with these pictures. Don't want to drop you. But those pictures up there are all of scenery of foreign lands. I can do that right. You know? So I don't think it's going to look good over there. So I may have to put it up above the window. I may have to put it up there. You see the empty spot up there? I was asking, remember I told y'all that I would ask you? There's a lot of wall over here, but I don't know, it's kind of big. Oh, you know, we have to represent the kitty cat. I've got to look up that word, those words. Le petit chat est à la maison. Whatever that means. Hope it's not like cussing in foreign language and I don't realize it, right? I just read it on the air. But I don't know. I could put her up here. But I don't know. That looks kind of weird. We could put her up there. Unless I slide over the, I take down the moon thing. I could always take this moon thing down and move it over here. And then, hold on. Am I doing this correct? Yeah. I could always take the moon thing down because that's kind of tiny. Maybe put the moon thing over there because that's just sort of an odd thing. And maybe we can put her here, or we can move the board and put it here. So let me see. Yeah, there's the chair. So I could put it above the chair. So those are my thoughts. I could always have it in the bedroom. I don't really think I want to put it in the bathroom. You know? Don't want to insult Miss Fancy. You put you put a kitty cat picture in the bathroom. Dressing age appropriate. Thank you, Miss Lovecats. That's why you see me. I wear the like the top I had on today. It's a V-neck, but you see the spaghetti strap underneath. It's black, and then I've got the long skirt that had black and white, and then the top was black and white. Yes, I'm addicted to black and white. Thank you. That's a great idea, Miss Betsy. The kind of like shell-looking silver necklace. Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, I'm wearing this stretchy dress right here. It feels like I'm wearing my pajamas. I mean, the material is just a soft material. And you could wear some good, some boots with this thing too. I mean, long boots under the dress. And then a jacket and a scarf. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so I feel like the cat in the picture is kind of creeping me out looking at me. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Hang me up in your house, lady. Hang me up. So I have to decide. I think what's throwing me off with the picture is those stripes. They look kind of odd to me, but I love that cat. I'll figure something out. I don't know exactly where I want to put her. I'm just trying to, I think that moon thing needs to be moved. I just think it looks odd sitting there like that. I think that wooden moon thing maybe above the door or something in a smaller place. You know what? I think that's what we're going to do. You see this moon thing here? I think we need to take that and put that maybe above the window. You know? It's just kind of odd looking. Yeah. But anyways, I keep trying to, yes, I'm begging for help. But yeah, that cat needs to be painted black is what that cat needs. Oh, my love.
Well, I think we better go. We've been on for 2 hours and 39 minutes, and I think I've punished you long enough. I don't know. I'm sitting there at Tim's, and he's filling in the tool holes to the front of the dresser drawers there. You know, he's got this thing that he built. Hi, Mo. Yeah, sometimes I'm on here too long. Y'all know it. Y'all, sorry, I lost my earring, and then the bottom to the earring went down here. Yeah, the earring thingy. The earring thingy. But anyways, I digress as usual. Thank y'all for putting up with me. You know I don't want to turn this thing off. I'd stay on here all night if I could, but I gotta be a good girl. Thank you, Betsy Wetsy. Thank you so very much, Sherry. Raisin Love. Thank you, Raisin Love. I love that name. I've never seen a name like that before. Raisin Love. Get it? Raising Love. Get it? I'm glad, Miss Betsy. I'm glad I could be I have to work, believe it or not. I was supposed to be working 3 days. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. I got my little phone call from the company, and I only go in for 5 hours. So instead of 36 hours worth of work, I'm getting 5. Yep, that's how it goes sometimes, though. That's how it is. So allegedly, I go in at 11 p.m. Instead of 4 p.m., I go in at 11, from 11 to 4. And then I get 2 days off because it was work 3, have 2 off. In this case is you're not going to work those first 2, and you're only going to work 5 hours of your 3rd work day. Love cats, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Y'all are so patient with me. The best time I have today, I must admit, was being in the Goodwill. Because I sit here and think about this. See that cat? Did you see that? I saw you. You didn't sneak up on me this time, smarty pants. And when nobody wants to look at your hind end, turn your butt around. Nobody want to look at a cat, hiney. Be a lady. Cover up. But the most fun was going into that Goodwill. I like that a lot. And now I have the pleasure of listening to my neighbors. Yeah, what is it about the cats? You know what we need to get? What we need to do is we need to get her a little tutu, a ballerina tutu, but it's got to have the underwear part or something, a part where she can go to the bathroom, but we're just kind of try to cover up some of this here. Yeah, I think that was pretty cool. We made through all right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hit the I don't think that the Dollar Trees are very different. I think they're all the same. Excuse me. But for fun, we can go into that Dollar Tree that they won't let me in. I'll go in there with my cell phone, and they'll just look at me like I'm goofy because remember when I was working and I would get off at 8 o'clock in the morning? Well, my favorite cashier would be there. We're about the same age, and we start talking about hair coloring and getting old and all kinds of things and just laughing. I haven't seen her in a while because my hours have changed. But I would like to sneak into the Dollar Tree, just take a little quick, because it's very small, just take a quick little run through the tree. There is a Goodwill. It's huge. but it's very, very messy. I read the reviews. What it is they go by the pound. By the pound, I think it is, or by the bag, something like that. And nothing is organized. You've got to hunt and peck. You've got to hunt and peck through that store. But they just throw everything in there in these bins, and you're just kind of, they even said, according to the review, to wear gloves, which kind of spoke to me and went, uh-oh, you know? I'm thinking about it. Timmy and I would have to go together. I have to travel a little bit. I think it's I think it's in Washington, the state of Washington, which is a 45-minute trip. So basically what I would do is I would plan my grocery shopping or something, because the state of Washington has the bigger stores, and I could just bring my phone into that place. You love the bins? Cool. Good night, truly, Tracy. Have a sweet, sweet sleep. But yeah, I thought that would be interesting. They say that every once in a while, because I just come in there, they literally just dump the stuff in bins. Nothing is, and you just have to figure it out. You have to figure it out. Grab a cart, grab a bag, and they say allegedly sometimes two ladies will reach for the same item. And it's just like a cartoon. They're both tugging on the same shirt or something. I'm not all into that. Lady, you can have the shirt, you know. I'm not going to get into all that. But I just thought that would be interesting, you know. All right, my friends, you've suffered enough at my hand. There's 24 of you still here, and it is 9, 10, 11, 12. It is 12:42 a.m. where you are, 42, and 9:42 p.m. where I am. Thank you for your love. Thank you for caring so much, but most of all, thank you for your prayers. I have you in my prayers. You know that. Day, as we say, every day. Oh, thank you, Miss Betsy Wetsy. I could do that. I was thinking about that one day, as insane as it sounds. But I think that's really, I'm not talking about, well, I told y'all that story where I woke up, I think I woke up in the middle of the night. Sweet dreams, Betsy Wetsy. Love you, Sharon. Love you, Martha. Y'all have a really good night and get some rest. But I don't think you would find it very exciting to watch me roll over and then watch Miss Fancy go, you know. Good night. Hey, you gonna say night night? Are you gonna look up? Look up. See them claws? Look up. Look up. There you go. Crazy thing. Sit down. Sit. Sit down. Don't embarrass me. Sit. Sit down. Sit. Go ahead. Sit down. Sit down. I know. I know. I know it's hard. I know. Yeah. Both of her eyes, excuse me. Both of her eyes, they have a green, like a green haze to them. But she's just fine. She'll be just fine. Right? Okay. Take good care, everyone. Love you.